Hey guys, this is Clean Murph here once again. Um, Today we're going to be talking about something that is rather overshadowed by other games. Nobody really care. I don't think anybody would really ever care about these games anymore except diehard fans. But I, for one, fairly support these kinds of games because they're just unique to me. I grew up knowing this franchise, along with Star Wars. This franchise and Star Wars, and a few others. Today we want to talk about what happened to Transformers games. What happened to Transformers games? They used to make Transformers games for every Transformer movie that came out. We got Transformers games for Transformers 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is Rise of the Dark Spark. But we haven't gotten games for Transformers 5 last night and Bumblebee. Why is that? Dark Spark was a flop. So it says here the Dark Spark was a flop, so no game for Transformers 5, and Bumblebee didn't get much merchandise compared to the others, so a game was out of the question. Rise of the Beast might get one, and Earthspark is supposed to have one. Unfortunately, Transformers games in general have taken a pretty serious tumble. The newest ones that's generally agreed upon to be good is Devastation, which was made by Platinum in 2005. The Cyberverse games Battlegrounds is like a $20 brand new, and the same studio is going to make a game for Earthspark. Someone says here, oh, hold on. Oh no. Someone says here that Hasbro decided quantity was the better way of making money versus quality, so they started handing out the license to tons of cheap mobile game developers instead of studios who could actually make decent games. Someone else says video games are movie merchandise, not standalone products. Rarely do you see something like Devastation that is made with passion for the franchise. Once the new movies start going again, you can expect more games. I don't think that's the case. It says here, we know why Transformers games don't really show up anymore. This is here. Why Activision's Transformers games are no longer available digitally. Transformers Wars and other games cannot be bought digitally. Because, hold on. How do I get rid of this hat here? I can't really, what's wrong with my, oh. There it goes. Activision's suite of Transformers, including High Mode Studios, Transformers Warp Cyberpunk, and Transformers Devastation, disappeared from digital markets like PlayStation Network, the Xbox Store, and Steam at the very end of 2017. There's a very simple explanation for that. Hasbro confirmed to IGN its contract with Activision to publish Transformers games has expired. However, Hasbro was not at the time discussing what, if any, plans they would have for Transformers games on PC and consoles in the future. Multiple mobile games, including Transformers Forged to Fight, are still ongoing, however. IGN has reached out to Activision for more details about the contract expiration and would update the story should they respond. I don't think they did respond. Twitter user Lashman first spotted the Transformers games delisting from Steam at the end of 2017. Games disappearing from digital marketplaces has happened before, particularly to licensed games. Activision's Marvel games like Deadpool, Spider-Man, Shared Dimensions, and more were delisted from digital stores in 2014. Platinum's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan, another licensed Activision game, also disappeared from online marketplaces at the very end of 2017. Contracts expiring is likely the culprit of Contracts expiring is likely the culprit of these disappearances, but rarely do we get actual confirmation from the companies involved of what happened to these games' availability. It's unclear what will happen to Transformers games on consoles in the future, or if Hasbro will opt to keep the franchise as a mobile focused series for now. Activision has published modern Transformers games on consoles and Activision has published modern Transformers games on consoles and PCs since 2017 with Transformers the Game, a tie-in to the live-action Michael Bay film, but Activision soon let developer High Moon Studios put its own original spin on the series with Transformers War for Cybertron in 2010. IGN gave War for Cybertron 9.0, praising the game's take on the Transformers mythos as well as its gameplay. The series went on to spawn multiple sequels, ending in 2014 with Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. Yeah, Transformers games have been gone for how long at this point? 7 years? Why are there no longer? I don't think I should be on Quora. Here's more from the story from Kotaku. Hasbro wants old Transformers games to return, but Activision lost them. Advertisements. Hold on. There we go. Hasbro wants old Transformers games to return, but Activision lost them. Update. The toy company calls the whole situation with Call of Duty's publisher and Transformers frustrating. Remember those Xbox 360/PS3 era Transformers games? Wouldn't it be cool if you could easily buy and play those in 2023 on modern platforms? I think so, and so does Hasbro. But according to the toy company behind the popular Transforming Robot franchise, Activision has apparently lost the games and doesn't know where they're stored. Released in June 2010, Transformers War for Cybertron was a well-received third-person shooter that got an equally great sequel in 2012, Fall of Cybertron. And then in 2014, we got Rise of the Dark Spark, which wasn't very good and was tied into the live-action films. What made the first two games so memorable and beloved was that they told their own stories about the origins of popular characters like Megatron and Optimus Prime, while featuring kick-tin combat that included the ability to transform into different vehicles. Sadly, in the very beginning of 2018, all of these Activision-published Transformers games and several commissioned from other developers were yanked from digital stores, making them hard to acquire and play in 2023. It seems that Hasbro now wants that to change, suggesting the games could make a perfect fit for Xbox Game Pass once Activision finds them. An interview with Transformers World 2005 posted on July 28, Hasbro talked about its new line of video game-inspired Transformers action figures. Some of these new toys are based on designs first seen in the Activision Cybertron games, so naturally the site asked Hasbro about the possibility of re-releasing these popular games alongside the new toys. Unfortunately, that will never be happening. Yeah. It's just sad that Transformers games just disappear from our market. Sure, we got Transformers Reactivate, but we don't know when that's coming out. And it's supposed to be an online-only game, and I hate online-only games. I prefer offline single-player games. I don't know about you guys, but I think I would sell for a game that that it's Transformers, but it's something like Hogwarts Legacy. Like it's driven on. It's got the theme of a Hogwarts Legacy. Like it's like a single player driven campaign that where you are the protagonist. You specifically, nobody important. and and maybe it would come with the transforming gimmick. You can choose all kinds of different alternate modes, beasts, vehicles, you name it. Or vehicles, beasts, you name it. And it would do pretty well for a good toy line, too. You could, like, get all kinds of toys. And speaking of which, I'm actually trying to create a little series of where I bring the Prime Wars Trilogy set of toys into play as different characters. And I've been thinking, if I owned Hasbro, I would be making my own video game studio. As reported by Destructoid, the Transformers games were delisted on Steam. Also, The Legend of Korra. Today marked the beginning of Steam's winter sale. That means folks are poking around to potentially give older games a second chance now that they're discounted. With that in mind, I hope you weren't in the mood for Transformers over the holiday break. You're going to come up empty-handed. Transformers War for Cybertron, Fall Cybertron, Rise of the Dark Spark, and Devastation are no longer available for purchase on Steam, and that also goes for their DLC packs. What's more, we've lost out on another, albeit much less fondly remembered game from Platinum, The Legend of Korra. These games have also vanished from PlayStation Network, but at the time of writing, still available for purchase on Xbox Live. That said, it's surely only a matter of time if this is a licensing issue. It's a shame Activision did give it an advance notice. If you own the games, you can still re-download them from your account, but people can't buy them anymore. Seriously, that's really weird. Shoot, I was really hoping to download Fall of Cybertron for my PS4 because the port is digital only. I really hope they go back. PSN literally had Fall of Cybertron on holiday sale for as low as not as $10 for PlayStation Plus members. All DLC, cosmetic, and maps included. I guess I lucked out in the end when I bought it then. The multiplayer community is still alive, on it to boot. And just when I was thinking of buying Fall of Cybertron on Steam, I wanted to buy Fall of Cybertron as well, but also surprising me that we can't buy any of the community stuff like emotes on the community market anymore. It seems like more mishandling by Activision again. I get they only license stuff for X amount of time, but they seem to be the publisher who has the most trouble with this stuff. It's a shame because one of those digital exclusives, Fall of Cybertron on PS4, as far as I know. Oh well, I guess I won't be buying that version. Are there PS3 servers? Are the PS3 servers for Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron still up? I just got the physical copies and plan on grabbing the Revenge of the Fallen disc off eBay soon. That's really strange, inexplicable, and kind of baffling. I love Devastation. Glad I have a physical copy. And I was kind of hoping it would get ported to Switch. Guess it's a non-starter now. I have a ton of respect for their individual devs, but Activision, like EA, are just generally what I would term as aggressively bad when it comes to business decisions and models, and that, in my opinion at least, detrimentally impact consumers. Yeah. Transformers games are gone. They've been gone for 7 years. Now Hasbro's only done digital Transformers games, like for mobile games. And I really hope Hasbro just doesn't go bankrupt, because then who's going to continue Transformers? Oh, April 2000. Oh, people are starting to um, protest to get the games back on, but Activision doesn't have the codes for that anymore. It's just sad. Transformers games back in the day, I played those games first. I played the very first live-action film tie-in game, not on the Wii, on the PS2. And then I tried the Revenge of the Fallen on on Xbox 360, and it was a blast. I continue playing games. And yes, we finally got a new PC and consoles game coming up, Transformers Reactivate, but that's an online-only game, so I'm not looking forward to that. And I really just want to get my old Transformers games back. I really hope they come back. We really need them. I'm really sad that Activision is one of the greediest, scummiest corporations. Well, now Activision Blizzard. I guess Activision cut ties with Hasbro to merge with Blizzard to form Activision Blizzard for Overwatch and live services and corporatism or corporationism. They just want to make their own IPs and not get licenses anymore. And now Hasbro feels left out and sad, and so they might not be willing to just license people to make their games anymore. If I was the CEO and owner of Hasbro, I would have founded my own video game studio where they could then make video games themselves. We could really use the talent. With all these layoffs going on, the mass game studio shutdowns and layoffs, I guess if I was the owner of Hasbro, if I somehow owned Hasbro, I would have started hiring video game developers en masse. And I would form a new studio where they could work from and help with them so that they do well. That's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you think Transformers games should come back? Do you think really Transformers games should really be returned and just come out of emulation? Yeah, sorry, that's another thing. Transformers games are now being emulated now. The only places you can find Transformers games now are on emulation. Emulation sites for Transformers games. I'm not going to talk about the emulation sites because I don't want to get them in trouble. So what do you think? Do you think Transformers games should be fully re-released and not just stay on emulation for the rest of their existence? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you really support my concept on Transformers games. It really helps my channel a lot. I really hope they can get Transformers games back in here because they just need to be. I really hope they bring this back because we feel lost without them. Thank you for watching. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!